It's interesting. I think when it comes to presidential debate, each party is looking at it from a strategic point of view, the end goal. And I'm not a political scientist, but following the space for a while now, between the MPP and the NDC, we've had instances where they choose and pick whether it aligns with their strategic goal, would it further, and the rest of it. So in all the instances, you tend to see that based on the projections, if you see that probably I'm trailing and I need this to make a case, they front for it. If you look at the projections concerning the 2024 election, you can see that Bawumia needs to do a lot more to prove himself and to the people of Ghana.
I'm sure he's aware of that.
Yes, and for that reason, a presidential debate will fit into that plan. So you will call for it. His people will call for it. If you look at the projections and all of that, and where it places the NDC, really, they don't need that to achieve the end goal. So, independent of the fact that presidential debate is good for entrenching our democracy and the rest of that, the neutrals can say that. But between the two main political parties, they are looking at it more from a strategic point of view. Would this be a lever for me to get to where I'm going? If it will not, and we can trade it off without substantial price, then they will choose that. On the other hand, I mean, to be very honest with you, I would have loved a debate. I would have loved a debate. Not because I lean towards Dr. Bawumia. And I also don't think that the former president, he has so much credential in the area of communication and his demeanor and all of that. I don't think the former president cannot hold his own in a debate against Dr. Bawumia.
If I recall correctly, in 2016, he said instead of Nana Akufo-Addo engaging in a debate, he was sitting in a radio station doing a resh. If you remember that.
Yeah. Who said that? Who said that?
John Mahama.
Okay, so I don't think that the former president, Mahama, I have a lot of respect for him.
They have said so.
In as much as I have a lot of respect for Dr. Bawumia, I don't think the former president cannot hold his own in a debate against Dr. Bawumia. But I believe that they are all doing their mathematics. They are looking at the calculations and all of that. So from that perspective, I think we should respect their individual rights and all of that.
But if it's that important, do you think Dr. Kwame Asante says, for example, that it's unfortunate we have not institutionalized debate, though it's a good program. Since you have not institutionalized it, you can't force anybody. Do you think we should come to a point where it will become obligatory?
Yeah, we need to move our democracy forward. And now I will lean towards that. That's why I said I would have loved a debate. It will help us for some clarifications and all of that. But I don't really think that in the circumstance and from now to December 2027, a mere debate would change the outcome of the election. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Prof, I beg you.
No.
Even the undecided?
No, I'm because you see, if you look at every single projection and analysis and where it's pointing towards, it tells you why the MPP, the Dr. Bawumia has to do a lot more, and again, and pitch himself directly with the former. But I think that again, if you look at IEA and how it's been done over the years and the procedure and all of that, I think that if we want to institutionalize it, let's have the conversation.
Okay.
So that we know that it's part and parcel. Are we having it once maybe
did
twice?
Did IEA do anything wrong by making the announcement that it's going to do presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate debate, which is something it has done since, 2012 or so?
Yeah, I don't know the level of analysis based on the past presidential debate they've organized. Because we've had instances where some flag bearers didn't participate and all of that. Probably I would have preferred that before they came out with the announcement, there would have been some level of consultation that would have also shown respect and accommodate the views, try to find out what are their challenges and all of that.
You are interfering.
But I think that we should not fault the NDC if they say they will not participate. Each political party is looking at it from their strategic point of view. I would have loved a debate, and that would have been helpful.
Okay.
But at the end of the day,
has been doing this since 2000, and he has been consistent. Even when they boycott, the major parties boycott, they still do it.
Yeah, and if you look at instances, look, 2016, somebody boycotted the debate. Did it change the outcome of the election? That's why I'm saying that these political parties...
He boycotted and won.
Yes. They know what they are doing. They look at it from a more strategic fit. Look, they are not, I don't want to use the word that they are serious people. They have strategists, they do all the analysis, the back office, they feed the flag bearer and all of that. So at the end of the day, so if you see Dr. Bawumia calling for it, he needed it more. He needs it more. He needs to, because there's a lot of...
But you say it is necessary, we should have it.
I think that it would be helpful.
We should have it.
I would have loved
Okay,
that.
I'll share...